Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about... Yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. His pass caught at the 4. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals, because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Durham Smythe, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have. You absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They go play action. Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Now Mayfield over the middle to Evans. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They hand off to their big tight end. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive. And Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
It was Jamel Dean who brought him down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag?
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way.
And he lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins Dolphins have taken the lead.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go now, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. There's Evans again, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the turnover, it's Tua. Catch made right side by Wilson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second and 6. Here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the grab by Croft. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's got room at the 30. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with the football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Tua going to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece.
Well, time is of the essence. We breezed through halftime, and we are ready for the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Throwing, Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. From the gun, Mayfield.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A good pickup there, a 22.
What are you And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run with Edmonds. A beautiful fake.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Mayfield now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bucs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Blankenship out for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tua. Buying time to his left. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run on first down. Edmonds knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Draw play, Edmonds, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play. I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Short throw hauled in by Croft. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Get it on right now.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They hand it off to Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
How about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Sanders on for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They go play action. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield.
Complete right side to Otten.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Mayfield looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
A chance for Waddle on the return.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Tua. Short throw hauled in by Croft.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Well, the Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Now Tua.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.